Hey guys, so welcome to the SFN Show. So today I'm really excited to have a Bath rugby player with me, Chris Cook, a good friend of mine. He's going to be talking about being a rugby player and the life of. Okay, Chris, thanks for coming on to the SFN Show. It's a massive honour to have you on it as a friend and also a professional athlete. So tell us a little bit about your roots in being a professional rugby player at Bath.
So this is my 9th season now at the club. Signed my first professional contract in 2009, straight out of school.
Yep.
But yeah, I've always wanted to be a rugby player for Bath. Born and bred in the city.
Yep.
Started playing for the Minis when I was 6 years old. So it's really like a childhood dream that's come true for me. But yeah, no, I was a bit of a late bloomer. So I didn't have sort of the conventional route into the club. I was only picked up by the academy when I was 18.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to get selected for England under 18s, and from there Bath looked at me and got a contract off the back of that, which is.
You talked about late bloomer. Like bloomer, is that your favourite kind of bread as well?
No, I'm more of a sourdough. Mate.
Oh, yeah,
So,
sourdough.
yeah.
Right, fine. That's fine. That's fine. So, school-wise, when you were at school, rugby was a big thing at school for you. Is that you knew at that point you wanted to be a professional rugby player?
Well, I always wanted to be a professional rugby player, but like, if I'm being honest, I never thought that it would actually happen. And it wasn't until I went to Millfield, which is a fantastic school for rugby, and I was playing with other guys who've gone on to be professionals as well, that it sort of became a reality. And yeah, I feel really, really fortunate that I went to that school, and that sort of gave me the opportunity to get into Bath.
Yeah, and that's kind of a little bit how we know each other as well. So we've got some sort of personal ways that we know each other. Yeah.
So,
But yeah, obviously your stepbrother being a good friend of mine from school, we were at the same school for a couple of years. You were a bit younger than me, aren't you? So how old are you?
I'm 26 now.
20,
So,
you got 2 years on me.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, so but how we first met, kind of after school, really, like apart from coming across to each other at parties and stuff like that with the family when we were all having a few drinks at Christmas and stuff,
Indeed.
was you had this years ago. It's probably, I don't know, maybe 4 or 5 seasons ago. You had this traffic light system at Bath, which the red, the amber, and the green, which they categorised the players depending on how they were performing and training.
Well, it wasn't necessarily performance, it was more body composition.
Right.
So red was essentially your fat club, amber was like you're okay,
Yeah.
green is your world class type thing.
World class.
So yeah, I tended to find myself in the red category in the fat
Is that
club.
just because
at
you
the
like
start of the
eating,
year.
or?
Oh, I love food. I've got a real sweet tooth. So yeah, chocolate's my thing.
Chocolate.
Yeah,
What's
I
your
love.
go-to chocolate?
I'm actually just Cadbury's Dairy Milk.
Oh, is it?
I
Straight
don't
up?
think you can beat that personally. It's cheap, it's easy.
Yeah.
This is pretty much in every shop going. So that's my go-to. Love a bit of Ben & Jerry's as well.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Can't go wrong with that.
No, I know. So that was sort of my guilty pleasures. And to be honest, like when I first started, I didn't really have a clue about nutrition.
No.
It's something that they don't really teach you at school, or unless you're sort of actively going out there and finding it for yourself, you just don't know. So
I found myself waking up at university and eating baked beans on toast with cheese and Lean Parents pretty much every morning. One, because it was cheap, but two, obviously, because I thought it was the right thing to be eating every morning.
I remember at school, we had like jacket potato and pasta section, and you saw from all the adverts what did people eat before a football game or a rugby game and things, and it was I have my pasta and things like that. And you think as a school kid, you're like, right, I'll eat what the professionals eat. I'll have pasta, baked potatoes, things like that. So you smash that in and think you're doing really well, and then wonder why you're the size of a house.
Yeah. So when you definitely. So when you came in, obviously we did a bit of work pre-season with you, so you could go back into the season as a bang, and I think that helped you as well going back in with Bath. But you were, the game's fast moving year on year, and you were saying that the goalpost changed. So what might have been like Amber Club now, but it's now probably Red Club. So everyone's having to progress even further. No,
100%. So at the moment, I've been injured for a little while, so I'm at the lower end of Amber at the moment. But that would have been well in the green when I first started. So yeah, like the game's changing, rules are changing. They're trying to get the ball in play longer.
Yeah.
There's more contact, so you've got to be fitter, and therefore the goalposts move and stuff. So which it's moving in tune with the game, but it just means that every year it gets that little bit harder.
Yeah, sure. And you just mentioned an injury. You've got a wrist injury at the moment.
Yep.
So your week schedule, day schedule's changed quite significantly since you've been injured, I'd imagine. Later on, you're going to do a bit of a workout, which is going to be for when you're injured, what kind of things they allow you to do, because I guess you must get frustrated if you can't play and you want something fun to do. Is that right?
No, exactly. Yeah. So when you're injured, you're almost segregated a little bit. So you got the match day squad, and obviously, they train out on the pitch, but you've got an injury, so you can't get out there with them. So you end up doing a lot of weight sessions or fitness sessions. So you're sort of apart, and you spend a lot of time with physios. So you often go for injury group coffees and stuff, because otherwise you're just sort of depressed in the corner thinking I've got an injury and I'm not part of the team. So at the end of the week we tend to do like a fun gym session.
So what was this? What's the name of this one you're taking us through
this
later?
Is the Arnie's Austrian Alps gun
Pump.
session. So
Tries and tries.
which is essentially this muscle and this muscle.
So it's a Friday night session for you guys at home, when you want to get a bit of a pump on.
It's a good laugh. It's a way to keep you sort of interested and sort of distract you from the bee stings you're getting on the assault bikes and things like that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and your sort of typical, if you're not injured, your weekly and day schedule, so you're up early, you're training in the morning?
Yeah, so we tend to sort of work on a Saturday is game day.
Yeah.
So you'll train on the Monday, Tuesday, have Wednesday off,
Yeah.
Thursday, Friday training, game on Saturday, Sunday off. That'll change if it's a Sunday game.
Yeah.
Tuesday becomes Monday.
Right, okay, right. So you have to change your week around,
But no, if you're fit and you're playing every weekend, most of it, like I said, the game's changed. It's such a tough physical game now. You spend so much on recovery. So really, you only get sort of 2 lifting sessions if you're playing in the match day. So that'll be on your Monday and Tuesday. Thursday, you'll probably do like a bit of power, maybe a bit of speed work. So we've got a few sprint coaches that come to the club, because that's really important as well, especially for the backs and things.
I guess it's position specific as well, so it depends on where you are playing.
And I think it's something that our forwards do a lot of work on, because ultimately, like stereotypically, your forwards aren't quick. Yeah. Get them to do sprint coaching, that you have quick forwards. I think it's really important.
I think the game used to be like that, but I think now, like pretty much 1 to 15, everyone's
100%.
Pretty mobile and fast and powerful.
You look at some of the hookers and some of the back rows, and we do sprint testing, and I'm like, Christ, I'm that far behind the hooker. Like, it's crazy. So.
And how do you feel generally after a game? And so you've had a game day on a Saturday, you wake up on a Sunday, and how are you feeling?
Well, depending on how long you've got, you tend to be in bits, to be honest. It's funny, the older you get, the longer it takes you to recover from
You're
a game.
26, the older you get,
Well, no, exactly. Well, I'm positively middle-aged in rugby now. I think I saw a crazy stat the other day that I think the average length of a rugby career is 6 years now. Yeah. So it's not a long time. I've done quite well. So. Yeah. So the recovery you'd finish up on a Saturday. Yeah. And it's you get less of the sort of the rugby culture now, where you'd all go out on the piss and have a few drinks and things. It tends to be you wake up on a Sunday, go to the club, have a nice bath. Yeah. Some boys will even sit on a watt bike for 10-20 minutes and sort of tick over.
You've got to do that later on. You've got the assault bike challenge.
Yes, indeed, which I can't wait. I thought this was a day off. I was coming here to relax and have an interview. But
when is it ever a day off when you see me?
No, exactly. It's largely based around ice baths and sort of doing your own recovery with your rollers and your balls and stuff like that. So.
Sure, and so obviously you've got a big friends group at Bath Rugby and probably all over the UK in terms of players, and professional players, Do most of them have a plan for after they finish rugby, what they want to do, and they already start kind of putting things into place? So, you talked about the lifespan being 6 years. Yeah. It's not a huge amount of time. So, have they got a plan after that and what they're going to do?
So we're really fortunate in England. We've got a thing called the RPA, which is the Rugby Players Association, which do a lot of work with us around trying to get us work experience, but also find out what we're interested in, because that's another thing I like. For me, you know, I'm hoping to go down the marketing route.
Yeah.
However, I might do a bit of work experience and
Sure.
find out that I hate marketing. So
Yeah.
that's that. So yeah, it's really important that we get out there and experience a bit of it. Coming here, seeing what you guys do.
Yeah.
Maybe, you know, maybe I want to be a personal trainer. I can do a week with you guys in the off season.
Yeah.
So really, it's self-motivated, but there are people there to help you as well.
Sure, that's cool. And so we've had obviously a couple of people tweet in or ask questions, and then one was specific to you.
Right.
And the question is from one of you guys at home, is who is a better bloke? Is it Guy or Zach Mercer?
Oh, that's easy. Guy Mercer every
Guy,
day.
yeah.
100%. Yeah.
Sorry, Zach. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and another question. This is from me to you.
Right.
Who's got the biggest guns at Bath?
Biggest guns. Probably Nick Alterac.
Yeah.
It'd be a close between Nick Alterac and Max Laheath, but I think, yeah, Nick gets in there. He's a big old boy.
He's a big lad, is he?
Yeah, very big gentleman. Yeah.
Cool. And one last thing, obviously a bit of a takeaway for this is like a sort of a tip or a piece of advice from yourself for those of you that are aspiring to be professional athletes or want to progress in their sport. What would be your biggest bit of advice to give to someone who is trying to make it to a top level of their sport?
Okay. Probably that it's never too late. So, you know, if you want it, it's there. You just got to go grab it. So I'll, you know, take myself for instance. I wasn't involved in an academy at all growing up. It wasn't until I was 18 that I signed. But take someone like Dave Atwood,
Yeah.
for instance. You know, he's gone on to play 30 times for England.
He was 24 when he got picked up.
Yeah, so he went to Bristol Uni, so
Yeah.
just down the road here, and didn't sign his first professional contract until he was 24. So,
Yeah.
you know,
He's a
there
big
are
lad,
loads
isn't
of. He's a massive
He's a
bloke.
big lad.
He's a big old unit. It'd be good to see him back on the pitch. Actually,
Yeah.
he's had a big injury for the last 9 months, I think. So,
Yeah.
but I think he's due to come back really soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, ultimately there are so many different routes. You've just got to find your own route
Yeah,
and seize it,
Yeah,
basically.
cool. Okay, so like obviously we're going to take you through a bit of the workout segment now, where Chris has got an injured wrist, so we're going to be taking you through this Arnie workout that he's been doing to work on the guns on a Friday.
Yeah.
But Chris, thanks very much for coming on. Appreciate you coming on and giving us some advice and talking us through what your kind of week looks like. And hopefully I'll be back on again soon, mate.
Thanks for having me.